Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, and this is my review of John Woo's Silent Night. Uh, Already in the chat is Emotionally Unstable Amphibian. Good to see you. Okay, I want to say hello to anyone who could be watching on Twitter right now. Everybody watches the delay. Um, all right, here's the story. Joel Kinnaman he stars in the movie as a man who loses his son, who gets caught in the crossfire of a gang shooting. He is himself wounded, shot in the throat, unable to speak. Um, Hence the title, Silent Night. There is very little to no dialogue at all in this movie. It is essentially a silent film. um, with the exception of the music, um, the gunfire, the occasional explosion, and a couple of bits of dialogue here and there. Most of it whispered, um, and otherwise mostly text messages. Um, okay, I'm gonna say this up front. This is not the best John Woo movie of all time. Um, it has moments where you go, "Oh, okay, there it is. It's a John Woo movie again." This is a movie that takes a long time to get started. It has an action opening, but then it's pretty much build up for about an hour. Then when Joel Kinnaman's character, Brian Godlock is his name, goes into once he finally goes into Punisher mode, then that's when the movie picks up some steam. Uh, and there's some bits in the third act that are pretty well done. You know, it's I liked the concept. There's a germ of a good idea here, but it just takes so long to get there. It's not really an action movie until really the last third. um, don't get me wrong. At least they tried with this one. It didn't quite punch through with me. Um, but Joel Kinnaman's good. Um, Catalina Sandino Moreno's good. Scott Mescudet's good. Um, the villain, he's kind of something out of a David Ayer movie. I think he would have been at home in that tax collector movie, but this one just didn't grab me the way I'd hoped. It's okay. Um, I don't know. Maybe it was me. Maybe I was expecting there to be something more to it than what there is. Um, the trailer gives a lot of the best action stuff away. That was another thing. Um, it's it's one of those movies where, okay, you know what's going to happen next because that scene from the trailer hasn't happened yet. It's kind of like that. Um, I don't think they broke any new ground with this, and I think another thing that kind of shoots it down was the fact that, we've already had a couple of other movies this year that had very little to no dialogue in it. So I think this had, kind of the unfortunate um, timing of coming out after Skinamarink and No One Will Save You. Um, so I don't know what it is with this sudden thing about having movies with very little to no dialogue in them. I don't know what happened there, but I don't know. It's where we are. Um, I think this is a movie that's going to live or survive off of the word of mouth. And I don't know what a lot of people are going to say about it. I mean, if you go into it thinking that this is going to be like a mile a minute nonstop, it's not. There's a lot of stop, you know, you know, and there's character beats and stuff in it. It's just that I don't know if it was like my own expectation that's clouding my judgment on it, or if there's just not as much there as was promised. So I don't know where I'm at with this. Maybe it's one of those movies where I'll watch it a couple of years down the line and decide that I liked it better than I did when I first saw it. I don't know. I don't feel like you need to run out to see it. Um, it's annoyingly meh, you know. Um, it's got some moments in it though. Um, the I tell you what, the stunt team on this movie definitely earned their paycheck. I'll give them that. Um, it was, I was on such a high of American Fiction being such a surprise, and Godzilla being really good. So I was kind of like, okay, triple threat. Now we got John Woo, and I was kind of disappointed with this. Um, I really don't know what to say about it. It's okay. It it's trying to be special, but for me, it wasn't. Um, like I said, it's something I could watch again and maybe see something in it that I didn't see in it on first viewing. Um, but then again, like I say, decide for yourself. That's what that's what I want everybody to do with this movie. Decide for yourself, and decide if you agree with me or disagree. If you see something in it that I didn't, I mean, it has its moments. It's it is very much in the vein of like a Death Wish movie. It really kind of is, Um, that came to my mind as I was watching this. So, it has its moments. It just doesn't have enough of them for me to really recommend it or really get into it. I don't know what more to say. Um, Okay, I am going to go ahead and wrap this review up. I want to remind everybody that the weekend update is going to be at approximately 11:30. It might be a little later, but I'm going to shoot for about 11:30. Let everybody know what's coming up for the channel. I got some. I have some reviews that I haven't gotten around to yet, and I'm going to see if I can get those in this weekend, and maybe get another movie review in. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back here to the theaters anytime soon. I will tell you guys a couple of things, not having to do with Silent Night. The last couple of times, tonight and last time I was here, since there are multiple screens, I will walk into one of the other theaters to see kind of what's up, kind of gauge reaction. Now, the theater that's showing the Hunger Games has a lot of people in it. People are going to see that movie. I don't know what they're thinking as they're coming out, but they seem to be engaged with it, and it looks interesting. I wasn't really in a hurry to go to see it before, but I might give it a look now. Uh, um, excuse me. Now, what you're hearing in the background, I'm pretty sure that's the Beyonce movie. You know, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a nightclub in there. Um, I also looked into a theater that was showing Saltburn, and and my question to anybody who maybe has seen that movie or is familiar with it is: it supposed to be in 4:3? Because I thought that was kind of odd. You don't see very many movies shot in 4:3, but that's what it looked like. Maybe it was just that scene. Um, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call this one a night. I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting a little bit more, but I'm not telling anybody not to go see it. I go see it, decide for yourself, and then let me know what you think. All right. I want to thank Emotionally Unstable Amphibian for hanging out in the chat. I want to thank anybody who is lurking in the background. Perfectly fine. You do not have to engage with the chat as long as you enjoy the video. Hit the like, share out the stream, say hello in the comments because it helps the algorithm. I will be returning later on tonight for the weekend update at 11:30. And stay tuned because there's new content on the way. All right. I also want to thank everybody watching on Twitter. Share it out. If you like what you see, I have a number of reviews up for other movies. American Fiction. Let's see, what was another one? I've been doing a couple of reviews a week since the beginning of the year. So there's, if you want to go back and see some of my older reviews, you can find them all on my channel. All right. From my local Regal Cinema, Beyonce and I would like to thank you for watching. Good night. Take care. Stay strong, because this is how we win.